NATO's Secretary-General has warned that the eastern Ukrainian city of Bakhmut may fall into Russian hands within a matter of days. Jens Stoltenberg says Moscow is sending more troops, while the Russian-backed Wagner mercenary group claims it controls large parts of the city. But Ukraine's President Zelensky has vowed to fight on, saying that losing Bakhmut would hand Russia what he called an open road in the Donbass. Well, the United Nations Secretary-General is in Kyiv for talks with President Zelensky over the future of grain shipments from Ukraine's ports. Antonio Guterres wants to safeguard a deal between the United Nations and Russia, which began last July and is due to expire in 10 days. Moscow has indicated it may withdraw support unless sanctions affecting Russian agricultural exports are lifted. Well, Arnaud, Petit is Executive Director of the International Grains Council, which lobbies for transparency in the global grain trade. Arnaud, I've just explained to those of us who are not experts in this field, why is this grain deal so significant?
Thank you for having me in your program. Simply, the Black Sea region represents 30% of the global trade in grains, and no other region can substitute that volume. The second point is also in the Black Sea region, there is a lot of processing the wheat into flour, into pasta, and then re-exported to a Middle East and North African region. So very vital in terms of food security. And the third point is also, even if the price of wheat went down, we still have some difficulties for importing countries, particularly on exchange rates, which increase the import bill. So I would say today it's not the time to afford a new crisis on the wheat markets.
What if Russia does not agree to renew the terms? Talk us through what happens then. What are the consequences?
I would say, first of all, for the shipping industry, they have to be sure that the crew is operating in a safe condition. So that means the shipping sector might stop all operations in the Black Sea region. Insurance sector also will be much more reluctant to provide insurance for the cargoes to operate on that regions. So it could be, in short, a stop of the grains going out of the Black Sea region.
Turkey has been keen to keep this deal going, hasn't it? How well has it worked so far? And there's this inspection hub in Istanbul. How well has that worked?
It worked well, and I would say surprisingly well. Until now, more than 23 million tons of grains has been out from this corridor, and we have currently around 90 applications for cargoes to enter to that corridor. So you see, I would say there is still an appetite for the grains trader to operate within this corridor with the inspections, which is making more time in terms of operation, but still there is definitively a demand for grains.
And what are the alternatives? Is there no chance of bypassing the sea route? Can that not be done? Or is this region entirely dependent on moving grain by water, by sea?
Indeed, there is some improvement has been done to EU in the inland and having grains reaching the EU market. But we know that the only one way to move a big volume of grains, the only one competitive and efficient way is via the sea. So therefore, we can find alternatives, but it will not match the volumes which we have seen exported from that region previously.
Arnaud, good to talk to you, and thank you very much indeed for coming on the programme. Arnaud Petit, Executive Director of the International Grains Council.